All right, Buff fans, I'm here with Darius Sanders, as you guys know from Reach the People Media. Darius, been fun, watching your coverage, obviously. And
Yes, sir.
how's it been now being in camp? We're about a weekend.
I feel like camp now, everyone's really laser focused because the time is now.
Yeah.
Coach says it all the time in the morning meetings, but the time is now. So practices are longer, the days are longer. So it's just more time for people to focus on the goal at hand and the task at hand, which is winning and winning now.
We can see from the videos that you and Bucky have done throughout the offseason that this team clearly works, right?
Yes, sir.
Coach Prime demands that. They're going to work hard, whether it's spring ball, summer, or whatever. But is there something different about fall camp as you've been around it every day?
I feel like for these guys that have been through fall camp before, they know that it's an indication that you can't really the work you do now is going to determine the outcome at the end of the season.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. It's making deposits. I seen one of the guys, I think it was Jaden Miller, he's a wide receiver. He posted a Instagram photo and the caption was making daily deposits.
Yeah.
That's what it's about right now.
Yeah.
Deposits. When the season comes and after the season, that's when you make the withdrawals. But right now you got to put in the work so that you can have something to benefit from that later, if you get what I mean.
Yeah. So what's been the most impressive thing to you as you've watched the first week?
First week, how quick guys pick up on things. I'm not a real big scheme guy. I might not know every single ins and outs of how this is supposed to look, but from the outside looking in, I can tell that when guys are getting criticized or critiqued, they're changing what they've done and perfecting it faster.
Yeah.
They understand that we don't have time to get this right 3 days from now.
Yeah.
I got to get it right today. So that I can perfect it over the course of this week, perfect it over the course of this month,
right?
So that when it's game time, it's just second nature.
Yeah. So we've seen a lot of Shador in these videos because clearly he's making plays. These receivers are making plays. A lot of these receivers were not here in the spring, and you've been around them throughout workouts and everything. But now that you're seeing them on the practice field, are you impressed by these receivers?
I'm definitely impressed. I'm impressed by the whole receiver core. I think we have the best receiver core in the nation. Obviously, I'm biased, but I'm biased because I see how much they work. It's not even the on-field production. I'm going to be biased when I see guys doing extra work night, in the morning. So I have full confidence that they are going to do whatever is necessary in their personal time to make sure that they show up during the game.
Yeah. So I know that when you're out doing your work, you're behind the camera. You're trying to capture whatever you can and maybe staying out of the way, maybe focusing on certain groups. But can you give a couple players of the week so far, the first week of camp?
I'll say players of the week, Javon, for sure, Javon Antonio. It's not only his physicality that he brings to the game, I think it's his consistency. Yeah. I watched his Instagram closely when he first came here. He was playing at a different school, but the same style, he brought that here. Yeah. He's not shying away. When he got a bigger stage, he showed up. Yeah. Another guy I want to commend is Jimmy Horn. He had a few, let's say, things that didn't go his way at times. Yeah. He corrected it internally and said, I won't let that happen again. Right. Obviously, my bro Trav, he's always doing what he's doing. And I want to commend Zay as well because Zay, he was out, he was sick, and then comes in, just starts going crazy because he knows we don't have time to get reacclimated and let me warm up. It's time to go now. And I really like that these guys have a sense of urgency.
Zay Weaver.
Zay Weaver.
Anybody on defense that's standing out to you?
Defense, definitely Cam. I seen in the spring that he embraced his role of being a leader, especially coming from a different school, being placed in a new position. He's really embraced that role of I want to bring it every day. I don't want to just bring it sometimes. Yeah. Another guy from Bama, I keep forgetting this dude's name.
Demoy?
Not Demoy. Jaquez. Yeah. Quez has done a really good job of being consistent as well and holding himself to a high standard. There's a clip that comes to mind right now. He had a pass breakup. Yeah. He went over to the sideline and talked to Coach Mo, and Coach Mo said, if you're fine with that pass breakup, that's cool, but next time let's make it a pick. Yeah. And Mo said, if my standards were down here, what would they need me for? Yeah. And Quez said, you're right. It's things like that where it's like, good isn't good enough. Great is the only thing that's acceptable for these guys, and I love that about them.
Well, we can forgive you for not remembering everybody's name because there's so many new players.
Forgive me, guys, because I know you're going to watch this.
Yeah.
I do definitely watch practice. There's a lot of guys doing their thing out there. A lot. But, being behind the camera, you kind of gravitate toward what you're looking at, and certain plays stick out into your head. Yeah. And you might miss what the work others are putting in, but that's not to say others haven't been putting in that
Well,
work.
we're all trying to learn 60, 70 new players' names, so we understand that. So weekend of camp, excited for the next couple of weeks to see how this thing goes. But it sounds like you're excited about the way the first week has gone.
I'm definitely excited. It was everything that I expected. I expected it to be game time mindset, game time mentality. A lot of the guys who I usually talk to on a daily basis, hang out with, have fun with, joke around with, it hasn't been a lot of jokes.
Yeah.
Jimmy Horn especially.
Yeah.
Jimmy's my boy. It hasn't been a lot of smiles. That's not a bad thing. It's go time. It hasn't been a lot of playing around. It hasn't been a lot of extracurricular activities. It's been let's lock in and really learn what we're doing and perfect what we're doing.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Darius. Appreciate it. We'll catch up with you again throughout camp, but excited to grab you today and have fun the rest of camp.
Thank you.